Hello and welcome. This is Marisol and today I'm sharing my December Daily Foundation pages. December Daily is a month-long project created by Ali Edwards, and I'll leave a description of the project in the description box below. I participated in the product play class and the December Daily prep class and created these foiled elements with the digital files that were shared with us. This one here actually is a file that was shared last year or the year before. I don't remember. It says Mary. So I have those elements there. I don't know how I'm going to use them, but I have them in the album so that I don't forget. For my intro page, I scrap lifted what Ali Edwards created for her intro page, and I really liked the way that it came out. I had lots of fun going through my stash and looking for all the different elements that would add texture to the page. And I like the way that the stamps came out here. They're not perfect. They look like they took on the pattern of the paper, and I like that look. I will have a family photo for this page, and day one I was experimenting with an embossing powder and the numbers. The numbers are black this year and I'm not too fond of that, so I will use, throughout the album, I will use different numbers from different years and maybe play around with altering the black numbers. Day two is very simple. Day three, I created using a transparency that came, no, it didn't come in the kit, I think. I think it was an add-on. And I used these bronze foiled trees and adhered this wood veneer number to the top. I really like the way that came out. This, I was again experimenting with embossing powder. And it's white on white, so you really can't see it. I probably won't end up using it. I foiled all the things, you guys, for this project. Here's another foiled. That is so pretty. It's like holographic. Day four is a wood veneer number, and that wood veneer number, along with that number 3, were from last year's December Daily shop items. I adhered it to a transparency, added glitter, and then sealed it using the fuse tool. I did something similar in last year's album, but what I did for last year was I fused around this wood veneer number, and so it gave it a different look. It's a random tag that I created using digital tags from, I want to say from last year's project. Here is day 5. Day 5 is a flip out using page protectors. This is a 3x8 2-pocket page protector, and I used the fuse tool to adhere it to a 6x8 page protector. I just trimmed off the holes and then adhered it. And I wanted to show you a different way of creating a flip out if you don't have the fuse tool. Take a piece of cardstock that measures 7 by 8.5. Take your page protector, the one that you want to flip out, and adhere it to the back side of the cardstock. Let me take it out. Adhere it to the back of the cardstock like this. Use a bone folder, which looks like this, and crease the binding so that it makes your page protector lie flat. And just use strong adhesive for the back side, and there you have a flip out that doesn't require the use of a fuse tool. Now, on the back side, you will have the binding, that's not the binding, the seam, the gusset, I don't know what it's called, but you will have that there. So you have two options. You can put a full page photo, or pattern paper over it to cover those, or you could take another page protector and adhere it like this to the back side of your page. When you have a card or a photo in the pocket there, you will not see the seam. So that's an alternative to that. Now, if you do it with a page protector instead of a piece of cardstock or pattern paper, you will end up seeing the seam even if you put a photo inside of the page protector. So it might look better with a piece of cardstock pattern paper. Or you could, like I said, adhere another page protector on top, and then you won't see the seam at all. Okay, day 7 is a gatefold. I have not adhered the number, just have it there with washi tape. And I decided I wanted to use a really old piece of paper from Tim Holtz to create this gatefold. And it opens up like this. I'll probably add a couple photos or a 3x4 card and maybe a full-size photo here, or use a circle picture there. I might end up covering this up entirely because I did ruin the paper a little bit. The back side would be a story for day 8. This will be for day 9, which I haven't adhered yet. I plan on adhering it with these tab holders. Here, let me take these out. I don't know if you can see that because they're so transparent. I use transparency, leftover transparency, to create those. I have a die that creates those tabs, and it's not available anymore, but really all you need to do is take a piece of cardstock, trim it down to 1 inch by 2, score it down the middle, fold it over, and then use a hole punch, and you can create your own. I just happen to have that, which comes in handy. So anyway, here is another holographic piece of paper for day 9. I'm going to put a white number 9 in the, oh, that's why I have that little note there so I don't forget. This holds tags. I created this page using transparency and the box that the main kit came in. Here's the back side. I'm not going to put anything on the back here. The back side will hold my kids' handwriting, so I think it'll be cool to be able to see it from the back side. Day 11, nothing special there. Day 12 is a 3x8 page protector that I added sequins and wood veneer stars along with a number, and then sealed it with the fuse tool. So a story will go here, or a photo, and then on the back side I have that. Again, a photo or story. This is day 13, and again I used the kit and created a pocket. I think letters from Santa will go there. Glassine bag with some pretty washi to hold, I don't know, whatever I put in. Day 14. So this is another example of how I was experimenting with embossing powder. And the embossing powder, it's pretty. And I covered the numbers with the embossing powder. And I don't know, I'm not very fond of it, but it's there anyway. I really like the way the trees came out though. There's 14. 15 is more foiling. Yep, you guessed it. This is another gatefold I created, but a little bit different. First of all, I love this paper. I found it at Michael's, I think, last year. Okay, so I have this gatefold like this, but instead of punching holes inside of the paper, I took the, I don't know, what's that called? The gusset from the page protectors. so you can see. Okay, and I cut it off of a page protector and left about, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch extra. I used adhesive and I put it on the page, on the back side, and that gave me the ability to put this inside of my album without creating holes. So I thought that was pretty clever of me. Because I really didn't want to punch holes in this paper. So I was like thinking, how could I do this? And that's what I came up with. Yeah, so this is, I'm losing track. I lost track of what number I was on. It doesn't matter. Okay, for this page, I will probably end up doing the same thing, which is I will add the page protector strip to this page because I don't want to punch holes in it. But this page will be tags, and I will adhere them. I already have the tape on. So I would adhere them like this, and then they're going to flip over to reveal a photo and some journaling. So these open this way, and then this will open that way. Alright, day 17, I have a note to myself to include a picture of my son, because his birthday's on December 17th. And what I might do is, I might try and find a picture of him when he was really young. He's not here, he lives in Florida, so. Oh, I love the way this page came out. So this page is of kind of like of ornaments, and they turn out like this. And each one will reveal a photo or journaling. I have to cut this one, but I didn't want to do it until after I have the photos and all that in here. So there's that. I will resize the photo to about 3 by 3, and then use the die that I used to create this. And when I adhere this backside down, it won't move, so only the top part will move. So I love the way this came out. For this one here, I probably won't have room for much journaling or a photo, so I might stamp something on that one. Backside will just be a photo. I created this page using the idea from Allie Edwards' contribution to one of the classes that I took, and they used the class used a lot of Silhouette electronic cutting machine files, and I don't have one of those, but I really like the way this came out. I ended up using a die, a rectangle die that I have, and used it to create the windows. And on the back side I did the same thing using the same die, and yeah, I like the way it came out. So this is just a decorative item. I don't have room for any journaling or photos. Day 20, this is kind of like a prototype. I wanted to create a kind of like a little album for this day. This is alcohol ink. I was experimenting with that, and it opens up like this. I thought it was a cool idea. I just have to figure out how I'm going to adhere it together. Right now it's not adhered, so I don't know. But and then I have these here as a reminder that I can either use a full photo by using the die that I used to create this, or I can use a smaller circle die and put it in the middle like that. So I thought that was nice. I really wanted to use this piece of paper. Oh, so pretty. Alright. This page is made with felt, and it says Feliz Navidad. kind of gave it like a ombre look because I had the different colors of felt. I used a letter die, alphabet die that I have for that. I think what I might do is use a 2x2 page protector behind here because each one of these letters coordinates with the little pocket. So I might do that. I'm not sure. This here is a plastic envelope that I bought last year. And I have a mini traveler's notebook inside that I created like this. I first created something like this back in, I don't know, January, and I used it inside of my Project Life album, and I wanted to do another one for my Christmas album. I just took digital elements and created the cards and then adhered them back to back. I printed them on photo paper because it's thinner than the 4x6 cards, but you can certainly use all 4x6 cards. It'll just be more chunky when it's closed. But there you go, isn't that cute? And then I'll just stick it back into the pocket. It's another great way of getting more words and photos into your album. Here I have another decorative element, and I use the giant letters along with that plastic circle on transparency. And it looks like that. It's so pretty. And we're getting close to the end. This will be day 24. For day 25, I have a double flip out, like that. These are 12 by 12 page protectors, and I trimmed off the top half, I trimmed off the bottom half actually, which was 2 4x6 photos, and reconfigured the holes to fit inside of the binder. And then I have all of this extra space for words and photos. If you give this a try, I will say that the best way to do it is to put your cards inside before you fold over the page protector. That way you have a better idea of where to crease the fold using a bone folder. I learned the hard way that that was the best way to do it. So there's that. And then that last page. So there you have it. There is my foundation page for December 25th. And these are my December daily foundation pages for the year of 2020. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I know everyone's time is precious, especially at this time of year. Stick around throughout the month of December because I will have a few process videos. I will not create process videos for every day of the month, but I plan on doing a few here and there throughout the month, and then stay tuned at the end of December, beginning of January for the completed album. Bye!